What's up, everyone? It's DV. I've got the vampire or the Vamp Bow blueprint. So check this out. I got the blueprint. I have not used it yet, but I'm going to create it now. So I actually traded 50 million for this. As of this video, it's going for about 300 million, I think, on the Discords. So I actually found this off of my alt. So someone came into my alt's island while I was, recording and grinding on that. And then I'm still working on that video. I'll get that video edited and published hopefully by tomorrow morning. I was grinding on my alt, right? And so this guy comes in to the server and says, hey, I'm trading. I've got the blueprint. I'm trying to sell it. Anyone want it? And I thought he was a scammer. I was like, dude, person's got to be a scammer because there's no way they have the blueprints coming in here. So I asked the person, I was like, hey, do you have a vending machine? And they're like, yeah, of course. Maybe they're not a scammer after all. So then I asked them how much and they said 50 million. I was like, okay, I'm going to go and use this right now. So here we go. Here we go. I'm so nervous to do this. This is an expensive item. Oh, there it goes. Okay, so I have it. So let's go ahead and go over to this anvil and see what this looks like. So wow, this is it right here. So it attacks still health from enemies. That's super cool. So you need the ruby scorp stinger and you need an artifact bow. So the artifact bows are going for about 3 million right now. Some people on the Discord are trying to sell it for way more, but I can make these pretty easily. It just requires a bunch of maple. And on top of that, you do require some ancient slime strings, and these are pretty cheap to get as well. You could buy all of this stuff. So what I'm going to do is, instead of trying to farm for my own stuff, I'm just going to make the bow and borrow it from someone. So I'm inviting someone from my Discord to come over here and give me their items so that I can craft it for them. All I'm going to do is make their bow and I'm going to borrow it for a bit, and then I'm going to give it back to them because it's theirs. So he dropped the items. He just straight up dropped them. So what he gave me here, he gave me an artifact bow and a ruby scorp stinger to craft this bow. So let's go ahead and get this started. He's excited. You can tell. He's like, you dude, I want to be a vampire. I want to be a vampire. Scammed. Just kidding. Just kidding. Okay, so let's go ahead and make this Vamp Bow. We got 1 and 1, so I'm gonna go and craft it. All right, dude, look at it. Look at it. That looks legit. Okay, so we're gonna go to the islands and we're gonna try this bow out. Apparently it does still heal from enemies. I don't really know if it's gonna be a good weapon. We'll see. So we're gonna go to Desert Island and try this thing out. Let's go try it on the scorpions. I'm excited. So I've already used the bow on the scorpions a little bit on my alt, and I wasn't really impressed with it. It did bug out a lot for me, and on top of that, it's so much easier just to use spell books. See, like that, it just kind of, I think the arrows sometimes glitch out. This is actually working better than usual, but I think it just gets a little lagged. See how it just kind of fired off to the side. It is much safer to use the arrows, that's for sure. We just need to get the arrow prices down because right now it's kind of expensive to refill. But I also think that using the hammer or a regular spell book's a really good way to go. What kind of damage is this doing though? Doing 78 damage. That's a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage. I'd have to say the title's really good. I wonder if the little glitch thing, how I'm expecting it to go work every single time. I wonder if it's just a chance that it actually works. Like sometimes it misfires. See how the bow kind of went to the, oh, that's a rip right here. Let's see. It might be part of my animation. And I also notice if you hold too long, oh, there's a gold one right here. We need that claw. We need the claw. Please give me the claw. Did I just hit him or did he get hit? Oh, he's poisoned. Oh, he's gonna die. No. Oh, I got the claw. I got the claw. Sweet. He almost died. He almost died, dude. Be careful, deal. All right, I got a scale. Imagine I drop a new blueprint. If I dropped another blueprint right now, that'd be insane. All right, let's try a little faster. I'm gonna test it faster. Oh, you can rapid fire it. Look, you can rapid fire it. Did I run out of arrows? I think I did, dude. I ran out of arrows. Rip. We're gonna need to make some more arrows. So this bow does 78 damage. We're gonna test out the other bows next. Let's go ahead and finish these up. I still prefer the title over this thing. I mean, you don't have any arrows, but what's cool is this thing's range. The range is nuts though, because that's the benefit of using this over a spell book. Is the range is crazy, dude. So like this thing can't even reach them. This does 60 damage too. The other one does 68 damage. So if you're rapid firing the arrows, you can kill these way faster. The problem is sometimes it gets a little wacky. Sometimes it gets a little wacky where the arrow just kind of goes sideways, and that could get you into some trouble. So title does 60 damage, right? Title does 60 damage. We're going to try out the basic bow first. So we're going to try out this one, and then we're going to try out the artifact, and then we're going to try out the vampire bow and see how they do. So here's the basic bow, and the best thing to do is not go in first person because the first person does not work very well. So that does, let's see, what is that doing? That does 40 damage. So it's definitely more than a hammer, because if you look at the hammer, let me grab my hammer out. Hammer does 35. So let's go whack them with this hammer. 35, sometimes 27, sometimes 37. Depends on the crit hit. Let's see what this guy does. 25 to 37 is kind of what I'm seeing. So we're gonna go ahead and do a regular bow here. This basic bow. That's 41, 35 to 41. It's like a minimum of 35, 31, 37. Okay, so that is a basic bow. It's pretty good. It's actually, the basic bow is just as good as a hammer. Let's go ahead and try that one. That's a 49. First hit off the artifact is 49. And let's see, 53. Got up to 53, 49. Sometimes I miss. I don't know why I miss sometimes. 61, 62. Full draw. Doesn't seem like full draw matters. 66. Okay, so we're going to try the vampire again. 77. 52. 52. Wait, it actually might matter because these are quick shots and they're doing less damage. But if you do a full draw, 77. Yeah, so the drawing does help. 76. 77. 73. It's actually really fun. I'm kind of hooked. It's actually legit fun. And I'm healing myself. I'm healing myself. Let me give this back to him. So the bow actually will heal you too. So if you're like, you know, out there battling wizards and stuff, each hit is it's gonna heal you. It's so rad. See that little line that comes, it's a vampire effect. See that red line that comes out? It's like a little trail that comes off of them. It means it's healing you. You're absorbing their health. See, I just took some damage and it just healed me. Watch. Getting hit a lot. Boom. Heal me, buddy. This is such a cool bow. I really want one. Now I got to grind for a stinger. It's like I said, it's a little buggy at times, but it's amazing. All right. So let's go ahead and give this to the owner. This is the owner right here. Come here. Come here. So here, take this. All right. I want him to use it. Let him use some of his arrows here. All right. I want to see him take aim and shoot these dudes. That looks so cool. Look at that bow. Look how it looks so cool. Let's put it on the rock for a second. Watch it despawn. I'd be so mad. So if you're new to this update, you do need a desert key to get into the desert, obviously. It's just no different than anything else. So in order to get the key, you do need to kill a bunch of wizards. So we're killing some wizards right now to get an extra key because I ran out. And so far I've killed about, I think, 8 of these and no key yet. It isn't that hard to get though. The keys are kind of pricey, so if you can get them for cheap, get them. I was paying about 100,000 for my keys on my alt. Have a key yet? Jeez. All right, we got our key. Okay, so let's go back to the desert. So in order to get the rubies, it's no different than the slimes. So the slimes, ruby is like the equivalent of like a pink. So gold scorpion would be about the same as a blue slime. So the ruby spawn, I believe, is 10%. And then for you to be able to get an actual stinger, it's like 2%. You have 1 in 10 chances for this to be a ruby. And then you have 1 in about 50 chances for, oh, I got a claw. And 1 in 50 chances to get a stinger. So the claws are pretty rare. You don't get them that often. They are used for strength potions. So keep a hold of your claws. So here's a ruby right here. So that is what the ruby scorpion looks like. So you are looking out for this one, and you can see their stinger. That's pretty much the stinger looks like. So it's gonna drop something that looks just like that. Let's see if I get one. Oh, I've got another ruby out there. Nice. Okay, I got a scale. Let's see if we can get a stinger here. If I get a stinger, then I get to make my own bow pretty soon because the artifact's really easy to make, but you do need 3 strings. So you do need to grind for those strings or buy them. I'll just buy them, but you do need the strings in order to be able to make it. Guys, oh, I only got a scale. So we're gonna have to grind rubies for quite a while. So that is how you get it. You need to farm ruby scorpions to be able to get that stinger. I'm not gonna really sit here and grind it because it doesn't make sense to. All right, so let's go ahead and give Dill his bow back. So there's their 3 bows back. And let's make sure they have build access. They do. Here you go. There you go. I don't know why he looks like a potato version of me. Why is it potato DV? All right, let me give him his chest back as well. This is his chest. There you go, Dill. So that is how you get the Vamp Bow. It looks really, really cool. You do need the blueprint if you want to make one yourself. Otherwise, you're going to have to find someone that's super trustworthy that you would trust with your items. Maybe a friend or something that is pretty trustworthy. If you ever find me on a server and I'm not busy, meaning I'm maybe farming or something, and you're like, hey, Dark, you know, can you, I've got the materials. Would you mind making that for me real quick? I usually will be willing to do it. If I'm really busy, I won't be able to do it, but you just need to remind me. You can ask me a couple times if I didn't see chat. If you do need that bow created or crafted, I just can't schedule it. So if you're like, hey, Dark, I really need that in comments or something, unfortunately, it's just going to be impossible for me to be able to coordinate that with you just because of time zones. But if you see me on the server with you, I'm more than happy to do it. In fact, you're on my Discord. I sometimes do events where I'll craft things that require blueprints because I do have the ability to make titles as well because I have that blueprint already. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you did enjoy the video. It's a really cool item, and I will see you in game. Peace.